Alright, Fed Pig family, welcome back to another barbecue supper club reheating instruction video. We've got a little bit of a Persian theme going on this month. Every once in a while we got one that I feel especially proud of, and I'm hoping this is one of those. To start us off, we got a little a melon mint salad with a sumac dressing. We're going to move on to a roasted cauliflower with a lemon and herb dressing with some dates and pistachios. We've got a grilled lamb pita flatbread that is going to require some cooking on your guys' part, so be ready for that. A little muhammara dip to go with that. It's like a red pepper harissa kind of situation. We've got some roasted tomato green beans. We have a Persian kind of herb rubbed roasted chicken with a zoug sauce, which is very similar to a chimichurri, almost like the Persian answer to a chimichurri, and then some sumac onions to go with that, and some couscous to go with that as well. And then last but not least, we've got a Persian love cake that I found in my research looking through the rest of this menu. It's a cardamom cake base with some pistachio and a rose water glaze to it. So let's get started on the reheating. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. All right, we got our oven set to about 400 on convection. If I didn't have convection, I'd probably go 425 or 450. We're gonna get our chicken in, our cauliflower, get those heating up. The chicken might take about 15 minutes, and the cauliflower probably like maybe 8 to 10 minutes. This lamb now, there's a couple different ways to go about this. I'm gonna show you the recommended way, which is basically just to put it face down right in a pan. Alternatively, later on, once this stuff comes out, we could put it right under the broiler and just kind of cook the meat. This is raw meat that's mixed with a bunch of spices, seasonings, all that kind of good stuff. So we're gonna make sure to cook this through, but it's very thin, so it's only gonna take a couple of minutes. But right now, I've got a pan getting hot. I'm gonna turn it up to medium high. This is a stainless steel pan, but if I had a non-stick pan in the kitchen over here, I'd probably use that just to make life a little bit easier on myself. So the meat should be relatively fatty, so you don't really need a lot of oil, but I'm gonna put some oil in this pan, make sure it's nice and hot. I wanna see a little bit of smoke action going on. Especially with these stainless steel pans, you really wanna make sure they're kind of ripping hot. Otherwise, you will get your stuff sticking. All right, here we go. You don't have to be a hero and put your hand straight in there like that, you know. Use your pair of tongs, use a cup or something, kind of pack it down, but I want some good contact with the bottom of the pan so we get some nice browning going on there. Smelling pretty damn good. So in this meat mixture, there's ground lamb, ground beef, garlic, parsley, a little cilantro, scallion, and some za'atar spice, which is a Middle Eastern Persian kind of barbecue spice blend, basically. So I got some good color going on there now. I'm gonna let this go for another 20 or 30 seconds, but you can see that was real time, less than a minute, and we're pretty much there. Now I'm gonna turn the heat down all the way to low. And the amount of fat that's like rendered into the pan is now enough to kind of toast the pita up. And I turned the pan all the way down now. And all we're looking to do is kind of get the pita a little bit toasted and crisped up. If you're worried about all the other stuff, you can almost just turn this off, push it to the back, let it sit there. You should be fine to just kind of work through the rest of the stuff and not burn your pita, but let it get nice and toasty and keep warm for you while we're putting the rest of everything else together. All right, well, we got everything in the oven. We'll get our salad together. This dressing doesn't have really much of anything other than olive oil, the za'atar, some lemon juice. If you wanted to put a little bit of salt on here, you can. But it honestly doesn't really need much. So this should be relatively simple and straightforward, just a little light, refreshing salad. All right. And then we can go ahead and just pop these two guys right into the microwave for maybe 30 seconds for this, maybe a minute, and then about 2 minutes for this guy here. All right, chicken needs a little bit more time, but our cauliflower is smelling nice and ready to go. So again, we've got our cauliflower, our dates, our pistachios in there, and our lemon and herb dressing. And we'll just give this a little toss through, make sure everything's nice and incorporated. Just break up these dates and everything a little bit. Go right on the plate here. Get the last of this stuff on top. All right, last but not least, the chicken with the couscous. I'm gonna kind of do one of these moves, like that. Something like that. Chicken drippings. So the cake you can definitely just kind of pop out and slice up, serve room temperature. You can maybe put it in the oven just for 30 seconds to a minute just to kind of barely warm it up, but the icing might start to run if you put it in there for too long, so room temperature is fine. All right, fam, here we are once again. We're wrapping it up. We've got our melon salad. We've got our roasted cauliflower with the dates and pistachios. We've got our grilled lamb flatbread, our stewed green beans, our roasted chicken, and our Persian love cake. Really hope you guys enjoy this one. Feel especially proud about this. See you next time. Thanks so much.